Hello there, welcome to My.na Properties with me, Ashwyn Mberi. Now I'm at the corner of Erosweg and Genl Murtala Muhammed, where Classic Aquatics recently moved. Now they specialize in making sure that you take care of your fish, you give them a lovely and healthy home. They also specialize in pet accessories. So this is the land where the desert meets the sea. Let's talk about the people that allow you to keep the sea in your home. Stay with us. So we're inside of Classic Aquatics, and I have to say, you know, Jürgen, the first thing I saw was Nemo. I found Nemo. And that's something I love about this shop already as we get to know more about it. Joining me, as I mentioned, is Mr. Jürgen Richter, who was the founder of this beautiful, beautiful place. We're talking 17 years ago.
Yes, that's about.
And this was central in town.
That used to be originally central in town,
all right,
on Red Street.
Yes.
But because of conditions and so on, new developments, obviously things happen with time.
Yes.
We had to move, and we moved, and we actually refurbished a brand new shop.
Yes.
No?
Yes.
I mean, just look at the walls, it's new painting here, we
Yes.
make everything new. That's why it takes a lot of time.
I can imagine.
But we're almost there.
All right. Now, for our viewers who don't quite know what aquatics is, what the business is about, could you give them a little bit of a summary?
It's about the fish keeping industry. We don't only do for the hobbyists at home, but here and there we even supply certain products for the aquaculture industry, like accessories, etc. These days, obviously in the aquaculture, also section hydroponics, aquaponics, that's also part of the business which has expanded worldwide, also here in Namibia. Self-subsistence of food products, you know, fish, like hydroponics, also simultaneously with the idea of propagating plant material and vegetables. And well, it was always a hobby of mine, the hobbyist section, the aquatics. And later on I saw potential in it and I thought, let's start a business with it.
Yes.
And I mean, it's very interesting business, and yeah.
No doubt, no doubt.
It's beautiful. There's a lot of interesting things.
Absolutely.
Especially for kids, but also there's a lot of older people that actually are reviving their hobbies and they start over again.
Yeah, and you know, there isn't a better hobby than taking care of animals. In my opinion, I think that's the best hobby you can have.
It is relaxing. It can be relaxing.
Yes.
Yes, sure. 100%.
Yes. All right. So I understand you also offer pet accessories, pet food.
That's
correct.
Well.
All right, so it's not just sea animals, land animals. I like that because this is the land where the desert meets the sea. You're taking care of both elements. So you've been in business for 17 years. You recently moved to corner Erosweg and General Murtala Muhammed in Eros. Lovely place over here. How long has it taken to move in? What's it been like adjusting to the new space and area?
Well, we managed to do the moving within 1 week, but all the installation inside and so on is taking us almost 1 year.
Yikes.
But we are nearly there.
All right. Do you know about how many products? Let's start with food products. I assume you've got. We were talking just before we started this about all the different products. Some prime products coming from South Africa. Tell us about the product range that you offer.
The products we do most of our businesses with products from South Africa, or they're actually represented in South Africa, and then obviously we got either the agencies or we indirectly, ex-overseas get the products.
Right.
We do a range of, obviously a range of food products, mainly specializing in the ornamental fish industry, which is food products, which is water conditioning products, filter products, accessories for filters, water conditioning if I haven't managed it, medicines which are appropriate, and then we do also a range of dog food, a highly specialized South African product.
Yes.
And we also do a specialized product of koi food, the Shogun range.
The Shogun range.
Made in South Africa, it's the best rated South African manufactured koi food product.
All right, okay, so let's talk a bit about the space. What's the kind of feeling you want to evoke in someone when they walk in here? I know when I came in, I was very excited to find Nemo, but how do you want people to feel when they're in this space?
Well, you come inside and you must feel relaxed. That's why the walls are dark. It's a dark blackish blue. It's like as if you're walking around underneath the ocean In the ocean or under the ocean ceiling.
Right.
You're in the ocean. And I'm sure you felt this.
Yes, certainly. You felt a little bit like entering the aquarium, that kind
Yep,
of situation.
that's right.
It's definitely got that energy.
Yep.
All right, okay, so you have different products. If I, for example, want to buy an aquarium today,
Yes.
what are the first things I need?
Well, you need an aquarium.
Probably fish as well.
Yes, fish also, which unfortunately my supply at the moment is very limited because I've still not managed to establish all my setups, but it's coming very soon.
All right.
And then we're going to be well up and running.
All right.
So obviously you need an aquarium, and then obviously you must choose something that fits either your pocket or fits your condition. Some people can't keep a lot of big aquariums at home because they just do not have the space. And obviously the bigger you go, you must always consider that at a later stage, should you ever move, do you want to take the property along or are you forced to leave it behind? Because the bigger an aquarium becomes, the more complicated it becomes.
Yes.
And obviously whatever your needs are and whatever your interest is, you need accessories with it, for an aquarium, like filter material, ornaments, plants, fish obviously, and food.
Fish and food.
And correct lighting.
All right, which you got right in here. Which
That's correct, yeah.
Now, you are going to take me around, but before we do that, just give us a summary of the rooms that you have here.
The
Rooms, the different spaces you've got in here. So, for example,
Yes.
here we've got a fish tanks. I understand you've got some food at the back.
Yes.
All right, and all of it is kept under very particular temperatures, I can imagine.
Yeah, look, like with all food, the majority of food must obviously never be kept at warm temperatures. And then obviously we've got our range of frozen food, which is various different products, either for feeding marine fish or even freshwater fish. Because food is food. So the majority of the foods we keep can just as well also be given to your ornamental freshwater fish.
All right. Okay. Well, I think I've got the basics covered. I'm definitely looking forward to going around Classic Aquatics. Thank you for giving me that little bit of intro. I understand you work with your wife as well?
That's 100%.
Yes. All right. And you've been running the business together for 17 years.
Yes.
I don't know if I've ever done anything for 17 years. All right. Let's look around the shop.
Okay.
Kletskompas is 'n Afrikaanse kontinuïteitsprogram met Namibiese nuus en onderhoude. Kletskompas streef om die hart van die Afrikaanssprekende gemeenskap te bereik. Nuwe episodes van die program word elke weekdag op NTV, oneup2.com en op Republikein se Facebook-platform uitgesaai. Kletskompas fokus op nuus, onderhoude, lesersfoto's en die sportprent. Vir enige nuusverwante navrae of advertensiebenodigdhede, kontak klets@synergy.com.na.
Hi there, guys. Sorry, it's almost a year later now, and as promised for so many months already to get my fish room up and running. But we finally have managed to get some of the stands back from the carpenters fixed and rejuvenated. The piping is done, the lighting is done, the tanks will come, so very soon we'll be able to supply you with livestock again, fish of all kinds. This is at the moment the biggest aquarium that we sell. It's a 1.50 meter aquarium. It's got around about nearly 500 liter of water capacity. You can use it for freshwater and marine purposes. It comes with the cupboard and complete bottom filter system, a sump filter, with pump, heaters, biomedia, the works. So the only thing you need to add is your contents inside, like your gravel, your plants, your fish, your decorations, etc. A lot of people often start with a too small aquarium. And then 2-3 months later, they enjoy their hobby so much they buy a bigger one. And in no time, they want to even buy a bigger one. So if you got the money, if you got the patience, and you're going to take the responsibility, you can immediately start big if you want to. But we've got these versions also smaller, like in 1.20 meters and 1 meter and even 80 centimeters. We also represent the Ultra Z products made in South Africa. Now, it's the oldest company that specializes on goldfish and koi pond equipment and accessories. What's interesting, they started small, like we all do, you know, at a certain stage. It was at the beginning, it was a garage type of business from the home. Then they started manufacturing UV sterilizers. Your UV sterilizers are good for getting rid of any pathogens in the water and also algae. We've got different types. Some are even being used in certain maybe semi-medical fields. Marine aquaria, we got the ones for a marine aquaria which got a specialized quartz sleeve so that the aggressive water does not damage the light bulb. We do a couple of different koi ponds, either pressure ponds. Pressure ponds meaning they can either stand above the water level or below the water level, or gravity filters. Now, gravity filters, there's different types. This is one of the bigger ones. This can do up to about a 4,000 liter koi pond. Gravity meaning it stands above the water level, water's pumped in. It got all the filter media in here, mats, it comes to standard with your bio balls, which house bacteria to degrade waste material. And then we also do smaller gravity filters, like those over there, which are also very effective. And we can also organize, we normally don't stock them, a specialized sand filter made in home production. But those pressure filters are so horrendous, they overstood the pressure tests and the run tests by hundreds of times than what they need to be specified. So depending on how large your koi pond are, we can determine like either a 2-bag, a 3-bag, a 5-bag sand filter, coming standard with a pump and a UV sterilizer. So we do also quite a range of different frozen feeds for the tropical, marine and freshwater, cold water too, goldfish and so on, ornamental fish. And they've got a beautiful range from a South African company that's called Plant Onyx. They've got specialized feeds for corals, anemones, marine fish. There's, for instance, here the black sea spread. Then I've got the coral feast, which is specifically made for corals. And we've got, additionally to that, we've got a dewormer, which can both be used for freshwater and marine organisms, fish especially, for deworming purposes, in other words, pathogens. So there's certain medical pharmaceutical products in here that are proven that have been used many, many years in the industry to be effective. And at the same time, we've also got Ikaway, which is also a stunning product which can be used both for marine and freshwater against white spot disease. Very effective. And what is important, when obtaining new animals, it's always good to already feed ahead of time some medication in order to prevent an outbreak of disease. What do they say? Prevention is always better than cure. This is our flower horn. We nickname him Flower because he's a flower horn. It's a very common kept animal, especially in China, and the demand is getting bigger for people to keep them. Can be ordered on demand. Occasionally I do keep them in stock. And that's also of any other fish with time. Yes, I can specialize orders for customer demands, but it's always a matter of season, because these things are seasonal during the year, and what is available in the market, and what is being allowed to be imported, because there's also certain restrictions on certain animals in order not to damage the local ecology. So when we're ready with our setup, you can order fish that you specifically have an interest in, and we can see if we can obtain them for you. Here's, for instance, a smaller aquarium. It's a little bit upgrade compared to your normal cheap starter aquariums or starter kits, but this is of higher quality. It comes with a light. It comes with an internal filter. And what you need to buy along with it is maybe an additional air pump if you would like to have extra oxygenation, a little bit of gravel, and obviously always healthy to use is some anti-chlorine. If you take water out of the tap, or if you take water from, for instance, underground, you're not sure if there are any toxic chemicals in there that could cause damage. And again, some bacteria, which is good to start off your aquarium. Little bit of gravel, can have some artificial ornaments, or you can use some very easy plants to grow, like your long Italians. Fish, I would suggest as a starter kit to go easy, is either things like guppies, platies, or swordtails. They are live bearers. They're easy to breed, and it's always very exciting for kids to actually see when the babies are floating around in the tank.
My.na Property Show provides viewers with the best in-class content, engaging interviews, as well as a showcase of the latest property-related products and services. If you would like to feature your brand or your campaign on this platform, contact My.na at synergy.com.na. My.na Properties, more than just a roof over your head.
we also represent the Orca Lab products. It's a product made and engineered by a South African company. The product is very unique and it's got some very specialized items in its range. It's being even sold in overseas markets, including China, Taiwan, the East, the States, and Great Britain. For instance, we've got here the ultimate organic waste absorber. Now, this product you can put in your aquarium. It comes in a micron media mesh bag, which is of medical standard, and it contains some polymer. Now, this polymer is able to absorb, like any stains in your aquarium caused, for instance, by wood, causing your aquarium to go dark brown, for instance, like the tannin in your aquarium, caused by the wood, and obviously all other organic wastes. It can be recycled just in a normal concentrated salt solution for over 200 times. It will also with time start absorbing ammonia, nitrates, and phosphates. Furthermore, we've got a range of other products used by freshwater or marine applications. For instance, we've got a diamond carbon. This is called high capacity broad spectrum activated carbon. This is of military grade. The guys who actually go in bush wars and so on, the American soldiers and so on, they use this grade in order to purify and detoxify maybe contaminated water, which they find in their surrounding in case they need to drink something. So this is very active and very useful for taking toxins out of your water and any other harmful substances. Then we've got additives like magnesium, which is very important for your coral reef tanks and marines. Also, we have got a PhosphaGuard product, which is used against the reduction of phosphates, which are very detrimental to the marine environment. In any application, nitrates and phosphates are not good, whether it's freshwater or whether it is on marine water conditions. Furthermore, ammonia and nitrate conditions are also not very good. Ammonium oxidized in that case, very toxic, and it mostly depends on how effective your filter systems are. So, as an argument, if you overstock your aquarium of too many livestock, the quicker the amount of nitrite, or before that, ammonia will rise, and it can cause severe damage and even total crashes. So that must be prevented at all costs, and most of the time it's either caused by overstocking your aquarium or by having an ineffective filter system. So when you start stocking up your aquarium and you start with a brand new aquarium, it's important to slowly stock up your population in order to give the filter system or the filters a chance to mature. You see, there's very important bacteria in there that will prevent this from happening, the previous conditions that I mentioned. Then also, this is mainly for freshwater applications, using water out of the tap. You need to make sure you got an anti-chlorine solution. This is a very cheap product we've got here. Cheap in price, but very effective. We use it all the time in our own shop, just in order to remove the chlorine. And then for startup purpose or for maintenance or maintaining the conditions in your aquarium, we've got a bacteria culture.
Paints has established a 67-year Namibian legacy, creating personalized paint solutions that blend quality and innovation for the Namibian people. We pride ourselves in being a 100% Namibian-owned company, investing in our country and our people by employing and empowering true Namibians. With every brushstroke, Neo Paints commits to our quality guarantee and always delivering a coat of excellence. At Neo Paints, we always stay true to our country. We are as Namibian as you.
So it's been absolutely fun here at Classic Aquatics. Before we go, Classic Aquatics, what's the name? How did you come up with the name?
The name I actually got from a good old supplier of mine, a friend in South Africa,
Yes.
who came up because I asked him, what should I name my shop? And since I had some really beautiful, exuberant tanks
Yes.
when I started the business,
Yes.
he said, why don't you call it Classic Aquatics?
Classic Aquatics.
And then we extended it both and pet accessories.
All right.
Because we also do certain range of other pet products,
Yes.
like dog food, cat food, certain bird toys, not too many yet, but we're getting there.
All right. Thank you very much, Jürgen, for having
Thanks.
us. Fantastic.
Ashwyn.
All right. So, My.na properties here at Classic Aquatics. We've learned so much about how you can take better care of your fish and other pets indeed. Corner Erosweg at General Murtala Muhammed is the place to be. From me, Ashwyn Mberi. See you in the next one.